Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round 2 of the Khans of Tarkir PTQ at Good Games. You're joined by Caleb and Jonathan Winter.
Howdy.
And we are watching the matchup between Austin Gardner and Luke. Luke is running Mono Red Goblins, and Austin is running what I believe is a Tezzerator brew from Adrian Preston.
All you have to do is run a Tezzerator brew, and then you have my utmost respect and fandom guaranteed. I love a good Tezzerator brew.
Tezzerator is a fantastic setup, and a Goblin Guide coming out straight away from Luke.
I think that was a Galvanic Blast, so...
Yeah, being revealed, yeah.
So that's pretty much what you want to see if you Goblin Guide beats coming your way straight away. So just have the red sauce to play it.
So it could be anything at this point from Luke. Could be any sort of mono red brew from Austin's side. And 4 land in hand is probably not the best.
The Goblins deck is very much similar to the Sliver deck we've just seen.
Yeah,
it's just
similar also to the Goblins deck in Legacy, where you just want to play a lot of Goblins.
No Goblin Lackey to do stupid things.
Yeah, that's true.
What's he got? Oh, that's the make 2 Goblins thingo.
Okay, interesting card.
Yeah. And
I believe that's a Spell Sky from Austin, which is going to provide some healthy blocks. Excuse me.
Is that a Ghost Quarter he's played? I can't see that.
Yeah, bit of a dead card here.
Well, the nice thing about Ghost Quarter and Darksteel Citadel is you can toggle your own Citadel.
That is absolutely right. You can get a free basic land out of it. Yeah. So a bit of a dead card in attacking the opponent, but pretty nifty.
Crucially, for Luke, he has not played a Chieftain or any of the Pump Goblins that turn. That would have been a devastating attack if he'd managed to get one of those guys down.
Yeah. And I think Austin needs to hit a...
Oh, so has he gone for that basic land trick to cast a blast? So good on him.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
So I think, Galvanic Blast hits here. Because, like you said, there's no Chieftain in play. And it looks like Luke's hit quite a lot of land in hand there with a total of 5 land.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you play mono red, is a land flood is much more potent problem than other decks.
And that is a Mog War Marshal?
Okay, so he just needs like a...
Excuse me.
What's that goblin with kicker that pumps your team and...
Yep.
I can't remember his name.
Neither can I, but...
anything like that, and he's got
do a lot,
huge amount of damage coming up, so...
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If he pays the Echo for that Marshal. Yeah, so he's paying Echo for that Marshal there.
That's usually a good sign, because it means he is low on gas. If he's paying to keep, the 1/1 on the table, that can give you an extra 1/1 if it dies.
Yeah. I mean, he might just want it for the
this
haste,
is
essentially.
I mean, he's got 4 goblins, but it's still a relatively tame goblins draw from what I've seen in the past. You want to be doing more damage at this point.
Yeah. Maybe not the best Galvanic Blast there.
If that's all he's got, then by all means, just thin the ranks.
Yeah, that's very true, but it looks like he does have some kind of...
Oh, that's a War Driver, I think. So that's effectively a Pump Goblin, because it gives Warcry to your team.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be an extra 3 damage turn plus whatever it's dealing itself.
So I think Austin really needs to deal with that if he can.
Yeah. So another Galvanic Blast wouldn't go astray here.
That would be very lucky if he got a 3rd one.
Yeah, a Tezzeret would be pretty good to...
so things are looking pretty bad now for Austin, because that's a lot more damage now.
Absolutely.
Coming his way.
But
that's on the board. It's currently 6 damage.
I'd expect maybe an Anger of the Gods in the sideboard.
Yeah, I think...
Not quite sure what his sideboard looks like, but if you have one of those, you're probably going to want to be bringing it in. It's a pretty good card against
is that
almost all of the aggro.
Chieftain? Is it a Chieftain? I can't remember what all the goblins are called.
Looks like a...
But that's at least 9 damage now, even if he uses a spell scut to...
Right, so it's giving it haste.
Even more, sorry. It's at least 12, I think.
So
at least, yeah.
3. So I believe all of those are going to be swinging for 3 each. So yeah, and Austin scooped it up there.
So I mean, goblins can have more potent draws than that, but it was slightly delayed. But that's exactly what they want to do. They want to power out some dorks and then, similar to the sliver deck, just pump them up and smash
absolutely.
face. Pretty straightforward aggro deck.
And Battle Cry, being pretty good in both this deck and Affinity.
Yes, that's true.
So something you could expect to see.
Yeah, the Goblin Signal Pest, if you like.
Very much so, very much so.
I'm sure goblins would be most offended.
Run Signal Pest as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be about how much removal has he got in his sideboard.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Austin needs to hit his ramp a lot faster.
You can expect to see from goblins things like smash to smithereens.
Yeah, that wouldn't go astray. And that's going to be 3 damage to Austin as well.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
If Austin has something like a ensnaring bridge, then Luke's going to have absolutely nothing to do unless he gets a smash to smithereens or some kind of...
I'm not 100% sure about that, because if you play an ensnaring bridge and have more cards in hand, then the power of the
I mean you can sometimes get choked on cards in your hand for sure.
Yeah,
and that's frustrating for the artifact player. But if he's got 1 or 2 chieftains out, it's normally relatively easy for a bridge player to kind of control your hand.
But with the battle cry as well, they can
sort of
sneak under.
Less. It's an interesting interaction with ensnaring bridge there. You definitely want battle cry instead of the more straightforward pumps. On the other hand, if he is playing Anger of the Gods, then you want the chieftain instead of the...
This is true. You more than likely want both. Cause
Why not both?
Pretty much. He is running Mountain, so I believe you can get the one that's Mountain Walk as well, which is sort of going to shut down that Spellskite line of play.
Spellskite is good on turn 2, but other than that, it's not great against these swarm decks. A little bit better, much better against straight burn, but...
sort of pay 2 life and redirect is
on the play, if you get a turn 2 Spellskite, you can start blocking Goblin Guide. That's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure he's not boarding them out.
No,
but they're much less good against this kind of beat down deck.
It's not something you want
particularly
to board
since I think in that last game, Spellskite was almost in chump block mode at that.
It definitely was.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always in chump block mode as 0/4, but it didn't actually get to use its ability of pay 1 blue or 2 life
in the late game.
Redirect anything.
Spellskite would be useful to redirect a Goblin Grenade, so that's another thing to keep.
Definitely, and for Luke, if that is the case, you're going to have to sequence quite carefully to ensure that you don't hit. You don't over damage that Spellskite, so you can actually get as much damage as you need through to Austin.
You mean sort of playing around Wraths or... No,
more so like you want to swing first, get your damage in, and then...
he wants to make use of the reach capabilities of his burn spells.
Yeah, so say you swing first, get a damage marked on that Spellskite, then you want a lightning bolt.
Oh, okay.
Austin and have it redirected, or simply target the Spellskite itself. It really depends.
Red mages are known to be not fans of Spellskite in general because it does mess up.
It puts a
your
huge damper on the plans. Absolutely, but you have to make sure that you want to swing first, then use a lightning bolt to take care of the pesky Spellskite. Then you can sacrifice one of your goblins to that Goblin Grenade, and
Oh, I see.
get your 5 damage off, rather than...
Yeah, well, he pretty much cannot use Goblin Grenade if Spellskite is still on the table, so I imagine he would save them until he found an answer to it. But, this is speculation because it's... I think Austin's mulligan there, so he's still got to get to a stage where he can...
Yeah, but that is an Academy Ruins in hand, which could be pretty interesting to see.
If he's got engineered explosives or something like that. So.
Yeah, engineered explosives would be pretty good. And
is that Foundry Street Dinners in there?
I believe so. A very good goblin when...
So if he gets... Is it Dragon Fodder or something?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's pretty much what he wants to do on turn 2 now.
I think Krenko's Command is
okay.
another one. There's at least 2 of them. So if he drops a Krenko's Command or a Dragon Fodder, they're the exact same spell.
Yeah.
It just one's from M14 and one's from Worldwake.
Yes. I think earlier than that, Shards was Dragon Fodder. Anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's pretty slow here from Austin, unless he has a burn spell. That is
a Legion Loyalist. And unfortunately, no extra land, unless he's playing it second main.
Also no burn spell so far, so from Austin, so pretty mediocre starts from both players.
Yeah, but I guess with the 1 land hand, it's not fantastic. Ooh.
Oh, there's the explosives.
That is fantastic.
And with Academy Ruins, it's going to be really difficult for Luke to get a board position going here.
Yeah, I think that was a bit quick on Austin's behalf, though.
No, I like that play. That's fine. That's fine by me. I think...
you think crack it straight away on that explosive?
He's missing land drops. Get rid of that initial pressure. Gives you more time to develop your board. You want to get to a situation where you can...
Sure, but you wouldn't wait until...
Yeah, I wouldn't wait there.
Until Luke's turn to crack that? I mean, he can't respond to it anyway.
Yeah,
good point. Just see if he misplays into it.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. He should have waited. There was no rush there. I mean, he would have had a crack it on the attack step, but...
you can always try and bait it out.
It would have... Bushwhacker. It would have actually prevented the Bushwhacker play if he'd kept him in that open edge.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. Yep.
So
so that is regenerate target artifact, I believe.
Welding Jar?
Yeah, Welding Jar.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
Cool deck, Austin.
And Mox Opal.
Yep.
That's pretty good. That definitely has Metalcraft.
I think
it doesn't have
Luke has a long way to go to get back into this, because with Tezzeret now, he has to really think about putting pressure on it, because Tezzeret can just gain life in a flash.
True, absolutely.
If he
and
needs
it starts a 4.
Yeah, it immediately and it can immediately go ultimate.
Oh really?
Neg 4 to...
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
Sorry, it starts like a 4 loyalty, or is it 4 loyalty after you've plussed it once?
Yeah, after you've plussed it.
Okay, alright.
So did he attack Planeswalker there?
Yeah, I think I saw Austin tapping that dice down.
So he's trying to build up a board position now. It's going to be... He's got to pay attention to that converted mana cost situation with the engineered explosives. He can't actually commit too many cards of 1 mana cost, converted mana cost to the board.
True, very true.
It's just a very easy play for Austin, and he just gets his engineered explosives back and 2 for 1s in.
Yep. Yep, and that's absolutely...
Austin is not making 5/5s now. He is continuing to tick up Tezzeret.
It's pretty good. He doesn't have any indestructible ones, so just converting an artifact could hit that smash to smithereens. You can't be too unaware of that.
However, if he doesn't have the smash to smithereens, then a 5/5 is exactly what you want. Because
5, and he could be playing one now, just simply getting the extra mana out from that. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Charm, basically.
The charm, what?
The artifact charm here, and
Is that a Batterskull?
Yeah, that's the promo Batterskull from
Okay.
from going to GPs. Very nice. Congratulations, Austin.
So now, if he doesn't have Smash of Smithereens this turn,
I don't think it
all
matters.
sorts of
He's
trouble.
got that welding jar there, so he
he's
can't
got the
swing
welding
into it.
jar. And of course, the Smash of Smithereens wouldn't end up tapping the token.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. So, I mean,
Also-
it'll deal 3 damage to Austin, but
he would regenerate the Batterskull, which would tap,
yeah,
but the token would still be untapped. So
Yeah.
all sorts of problems for.
and
Luke
you
here.
need that third mana there as well, which it looks like he hasn't hit. He
Mm.
does, however, have a lightning bolt in hand, which could be useful to kill that Batterskull token, or even to kill Tezzeret here.
What is Tezzeret on 4?
Tezzeret's on 4, so you can get 1 damage in against Tezzeret, and then
Yeah, it's just
sack.
he's got 2 really difficult, problems to deal with here. So I guess Lightning
Very
Bolt
true,
could
very
give him it. Yeah, even if he bolts the token, looks like Austin has enough mana to even just replay it. So
Yeah, that's one of the things you've got to be worried about. I think if he hits 1 more mana, he can bounce and replay it every
he
single
does
time.
have a Goblin Grenade there. Look at that. Yeah. There we go. It's going to grenade the.
Grenade will do it,
Is it grenading the token? Yeah.
and grenade is sorcery speed, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that does mean Tezzeret's in
So he could attack Tez and bolt it, and
bolt range,
Yeah.
yeah.
Austin has
Okay, so
1, 2,
1
3,
to you and 1 to Tezzeret?
6.
Is he just trying to sort of stay out of that?
Oh, he's not even going to bolt the Tez.
Okay.
He's got 2 Fanatics now.
I think you do need to bolt Tezzeret because it's free draw power for Austin here.
Yeah, I would
Which
have. I
seems
think I would have killed
unfortunate.
Tezzeret.
I mean, you can't regenerate it, can't stop you because it's your turn. But
What is that?
Trinket Mage,
Oh, okay. So
that's pretty good. You can get another explosives. Whoop, and it looks like he's fumbled one of those. But yeah, explosives for what 1 here does some things.
does he kill anything that he owns there with the 1? Doesn't look like it. So he's going to get life gain.
Elixir of Immortality. All right.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what's even? I think the Trinket Mage is even better than the having a blocker now.
Yeah, because, I mean, he can just pay 5 mana and equip that Batterskull to a Trinket Mage. I believe those are the sacrificial Mogs, though, so he could...
Mog fantastic, yes.
yeah, could sack both of them to...
Less fantastic after the rules change to damage on the stack.
Yeah.
Still a useful little goblin to have. So he has equipped that Batterskull.
Okay, that's bad.
He
could have...
He could have double mogged it, yeah.
Yeah.
But that would have, would have been a unfortunate situation to be in anyway. So
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't look
you
like
don't
a
want
loose
to get
game
rid
at
of your
all.
board.
But I don't think you can have a 6/6 Trinket Mage.
Well, he's just
with
been
lifelink
he's just been
vigilance.
out of this game since very early. It's just he's
Yeah.
had too much to.
Not having those extra land is it's just.
I
put
do
him
think,
further
assuming
and
we're not
behind.
incorrect, he should have tried to remove that Tezzeret because, for one thing, that Tezzeret found the extra land there to be able to equip the Trinket Mage. I think so.
Yeah, that's
Just
something
that
you can't
incremental
have.
value just makes.
No,
it
it found the elixir. No, that was Trinket Mage that found the elixir of
I'm
immortality.
sure he found a Citadel, didn't he? With the
I think it's found Ace.
Doesn't look like it.
Citadel? No,
No.
there's no Citadels in play. It did get that welding jar though, which is the more like one of the more relevant cards. If a Smash to Smithereens does come down here, and what's the replicate card?
Ooh, yes.
Because that
Right.
that could be beneficial if you double replicate it on the Batterskull.
Shattering Spree. Sorry.
Yeah, Shattering Spree will deal with that the regeneration there.
Another grenade. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so he's had to, double sacrifice
Is he going to
with a
deal
grenade.
with the Tezzeret now? Does he have the lightning bolt?
He's still got lightning bolt in hand. I think you have to hit it almost straight away, unfortunately. This has been 4 extra cards for Austin here. And,
Spell Skype now, I think.
that's something I'd like to see. And a 4/8 spell sky with vigilance.
Good times.
Yeah, you're not gonna get around that with. Yeah, so spell sky and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equipping. So I think this is Austin's game. Just whiffing on those 2 lands has really put him further and further behind.
What's going on now? Oh, in response to the equip, he's finally cashing that fanatic.
I mean, if we had seen Tezzeret go down, then he wouldn't have even hit that spell sky, which is, and he would be like 20 cards behind through his library. So he's going through it's 5 cards every time to find the best one.
Does he have the lightning bolt? Yeah. Oh, he did have the lightning bolt, didn't he? I think it's been an uphill battle this whole game for Luke. So I don't know if any changes to his lines would have made much difference. But I do think as a red mage you want Tezzeret dead ASAP. You can't, particularly because it's got a lifelink ultimate. A life gain ultimate. So
true, very true.
When I'm playing Tezzeret against red, the Tezzeret ultimate is my go-to game plan.
Yeah, and sort of look at how much Austin has on board. If he is able to hit that ultimate, it's certainly game.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a drain life actually. So yeah, it can just win the game.
Can even return and replay that batter skull. So definitely not looking good here. Although he might have just drawn that shattering spree that he needed.
Even shattering spree can't play around the welding jar.
Yeah, because it is just going to tap the artifact, like we said, and not the token.
I assume both players are aware of that little weird interaction.
Hopefully so.
That Batterskull is tapped, but the token it's on is not tapped.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you can, in a sort of line from this.
No, he's blocking. I don't think Luke was aware of it.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's pretty much game just there.
Yeah, that's a 4/4 with. Yeah. So in a similar line, artifacts and enchantments that are regenerated are or anything that's so that's game. But artifacts and enchantments don't care if they're tapped, only the creature matters if they're tapped. Yeah. So, in a very weird interaction with Bestow, you can sometimes kill your own creature if you need a blocker ASAP. Because
You're talking about standard now?
Yeah, back in standard. Well, with Bestow.
Yeah.
You can sacrifice your creature or kill your creature in some way to get that blocker if you really need it. If it's crucial to have it, you need an untapped blocker. That is one way of doing it. It's not fantastic because you're sort of 2 for 1 in yourself, possibly even 3 for 1 in yourself if you don't make a profitable trade. But if you have to survive, the enchantments and equipments aren't tapped when they go off.
One more cool interaction to think about when you're playing this interesting and diverse and complex game, Magic.
As modern, or just in general when you're playing modern Magic, yeah.
I haven't actually done that play myself, where you destroy your own creature to get the bestowed dude on the table.
It's not fantastic, and
you're probably not in a good spot if you
I wouldn't recommend it.
But yeah,
right. But sometimes you just have to play it.
So anyway, Luke is really hoping to get a good curve going. So Goblin Guide, Krenko's Command, Goblin Chieftain really put the pressure on Austin so that
I wonder if he is running a Krenko as well, because that would be...
Krenko is the
Quite
one that
good.
makes goblins.
Yeah, it's a 4 mana if you want to hit like the top of your curve and just...
It's
tap
definitely
it
it's
to make-
definitely a goblin I would play, but I don't think Luke would play that goblin.
Fair enough.
If
I mean, a 1 or a 2 of at the top of your curve is...
it's not going to be very
terrible.
good here with engineered explosives, because with engineered explosives would
Yeah,
shut down a token.
if he
plan.
gets the Engineered Explosives Academy reactor set up, but that means he's spending 5 mana every turn to deal with all the tokens.
That looks like a mulligan for Luke. That was very land heavy. That's why I could never play red in a tournament. I just those mana
big
floods are
words.
so devastating. You just feel so bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's some ways you can get around it by sort of playing burn works quite well.
Even burn every time you draw. Yeah, every time you draw a land and not a lava spike, you get. I mean, it's literally. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge time warp for your opponent. It's just.
Yeah.
The deck is so linear. Any other deck that plays a creature that's able to block can block, waiting for a mana flood to end, whereas burn
Absolutely.
and red. I mean, that's the major drawback
Yeah, like
of the deck.
if
you don't get mana flooded, it's super potent. We actually haven't seen a very good draw yet from Luke, so maybe he'll get one now.
Is he mulligan again, or is this... No, okay. This is the first mulligan. Like a Tarmogoyf is just brutal to come down against you.
Has he got a 1-drop?
A 3 and 3 split is interesting. And the bad part about red as well is that you can't just lower your land count and sort of hope to go off.
And there's no red horizon canopy. So.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
No 1-drop, no 2-drops. No. Not a good start. We haven't seen a very good...
Spellscite on turn 2 is pretty good for Austin here. And is that a ghost? Yeah, that's a ghost quarter.
And he's got the welding jar, so even if he's got the smash of smithereens or whatever, it's already neutered. Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
So, not much luck for Luke in this match, and I think Austin is already looking pretty good here.
Yeah. Do you think you go down to 5 cards in Luke's position, or do you just hope that you draw gas from here?
Yeah, I don't think you can go down further with the red. With a 3 mana, 3 spell split, you got to just take your medicine and go run with it,
Yeah, that's fair enough. And he does have the Darksteel Citadel, so he can re-crack that Ghost Quarter for a basic land that he needs.
What's he got here? Developing as well.
Demir Charm, I think that is.
Signet.
Demir Signet, sorry, yeah. Obviously, a long time before the charms came out, back in original Ravnica. Back with the guild. That was 2005.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
I've been trying to find some foily signets, and they're just impossible to find, let me tell you.
Yeah?
Got one this weekend at the Grand Prix I was pretty happy about.
Very rare printing, or...?
It was, I forget now, I think it was Japanese actually, but just finding foiled signets online is just so hard. They're very scarce now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because everyone wants them, or...?
Yeah, for EDH and all that.
Ah, sure, yeah, okay. Is that what you were picking yours up for?
Yes.
Slivers EDH?
What about it?
No, very nice. I like EDH. It's a great format, and just fantastic to learn to be a judge at. Unfortunately for Luke there,
Your head is 1 goblin galvanic blast and he's got no follow-up, so all sorts of bad things are happening to Luke here.
Lightning bolt in hand, but
Skull.
that's not looking good.
So he needs to if Luke doesn't have a shattering spree or something like that right now, he's no way back at this point.
Monk Fanatic's not going to cut it either. Like, Monk Fanatic Lightning Bolt is like both of them are just going to get drawn into that spell scat.
Yeah, no, ineffectual cards right now. So has he
the
got a grenade there? He might have grenade,
but again, it's
that's just gonna get
Yeah, the best you could hope for is probably block the germ, sacrifice, deal 1 damage to the germ, or deal 1 damage to Spellskite, and then lightning bolt the germ.
I expect Arsenal will pay 2 life, yeah.
Or simply Goblin guiding it. Yeah.
Goblin grenade.
Goblin grenade, sorry, yes. I think that's a little bit unfortunate.
So he's left with a bushwhacker, facing down a
better skull. A bushwhacker? Oh, I thought it was a lightning bolt.
No.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to cut it in this game, unfortunately. 4/4 Vigilance Lifelinker is a little bit too potent.
Luke has the mannerisms of a defeated player at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but you do always want to play it out in case you get...
I've never known Luke to pack it in early, so...
Yeah. I mean, plenty of time left in the round. You could always potentially draw something. Austin does have a fistful of cards, and that looks like possibly a Tezzeret.
I think you do Damnation just then.
Oh, okay. So you swing for 4.
Good assurance there.
Do you even cast Damnation here, or?
No. You until you can deal the battle spell, you don't do anything.
Explosives for 0.
Explosives for 0. Is he just...
No, he's going to hold off on that one.
Yeah.
No, he is holding off on that one, which is good, because he can block and then crack it, and then return it to hand and recast it. Yeah.
Going through the motions, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of point in sort of cracking that.
Luke is a top bloke, so I always wish him well, but I also am a big fan of Tezzeret, so...
Yeah, Tezzeret.
Always happy to see Tezzeret get some wins.
And a Trinket Mage, yet again. What do you fetch here? An Elixir of Immortality again, or...?
The most important thing to do here is to keep 3 mana open so that you can save your Battle Skull in the event he has...
Shattering Spree.
So I don't think he's doing that.
He does. He's got... Oh no, that's a Pyrite Spellbomb. Okay.
Yeah, you should...
He does have the 3 mana though.
You should be, prioritising the Battle Skull, because there's no way you're losing if Luke can't deal with it permanently.
Okay, sure. Cracking Pyrite Spellbomb end of turn. Smash the Smithereens and instant speed?
Yes.
Yeah. So, a little bit dangerous, but,
yeah, I think he could be... does he have the Academy Ruins? No. So, yeah, he should be being a bit more careful there with his Battle Skull, because if he loses that, he... well, for one thing, he can't finish off the game, because he hasn't got any other pressure, so...
Trinket Mage is just a 2/2. And that could be bad. Goblin Guide, I think that is a Goblin Guide, is not going to be super helpful at this stage. And another Dragon Fodder. He could be setting up for that Bushwhacker. I believe means you can't block. But
he had Engineered Explosives.
He'll crack the explosives and just equip to that Trinket
So that
Mage.
kills the germ, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a 0. It's a 0 cost creature. Has no converted mana cost. Deals with all tokens.
Oh, he's having to chump block now. So, yeah,
Ooh.
Red loves it when that happens.
Chump blocking is not something you want to do. Red is a great way to get into formats like Modern and Standard and anything that you can't currently afford, I guess. It's a great way to
Yeah,
sort
some,
of start yourself off.
there are some people like Luke who are just red mages, you know, and
Yeah.
they are very good red mages. I'll hand it to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're right. It is a good way to get into formats because it is usually the cheapest format. Although I believe Goblin Guide is now shooting up in value. So
because it's making its way into Zoo and
yeah, it's quality though.
Everything. It is a fantastic.
Here comes the double bushwhacker play and 6/6 lifelink.
I just don't think it's something you can. Even with the kickers, it doesn't look like something you can play around. Cards in hand. Damnation here, maybe. Swing for 4 first. Then
The old Sakaru. You don't gain your life, and you in fact take 1 damage. What fantastic. So Luke refusing to throw in the towel here.
That's a pretty good play, and something I would expect to see. You know, because there's no damage on the stack.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Damnation.
He's taking
Sure.
no chances.
So we haven't actually seen Tezzeret this this round, but hitting a Batterskull is pretty much the end of the line for Luke here.
Luke had a window there to deal with it, but he just didn't draw the artifact removal. So
yeah.
Yes. Well, that was really painful for Luke. He just
just whiffing on stuff, but sometimes that's how it goes. I mean, Scape Shift whiffed in game
like
1.
I said, he didn't get even his first game, which he won. His draw was not terrific.
Yeah.
So just not very good luck for him.
Anyway, please stay tuned for round 3 here on Full House Games. 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 Here on Full